what are the tax benefits associated with investing in multifamily real estate? Guys, I get this question all the time, probably because I'm a CPA by background and people think that I know. And although I don't currently practice, I have an idea. So let me lay it out for you. When you invest in multifamily real estate, you're going to get hopefully 3 benefits. The first is cash flow. That's got to be there, right? The deal that you're doing has to make money. If it doesn't make money, don't do it. Secondly is the appreciation. In our world, if we're able to increase the cash flow of the property, there's a pretty good chance somebody's going to be willing to pay us more for that asset when we go to sell it. That's called appreciation. And the reality of it is that's the biggest way we make money in multifamily real estate. So we get cash flow regularly, hopefully, and we get long-term appreciation, both huge. Those are the 2 economic factors in a real estate deal. Then we have the tax benefits. Now, I'm going to say this, and I want you to really pay attention. Please, please, please do not let the tax tail wag the dog. What do I mean by that? Don't do a losing investment. Don't make a losing investment just because you think you're going to get some tax benefits. Because here's how that works. Let me just ask you a question. Would you pay $1 to get 35 cents back? Probably no. You would never do that, right? I wouldn't do that. I don't want to give up $1 so I get 35 cents. I'm still out 65 cents in that scenario. Well, it's no different in multifamily real estate. Make sure you got the cash flow. Make sure you got the appreciation. Make sure the economics works. And then here's how the tax benefits work in our world. So when you get your K1 from us, right, that means you're a partner of ours. I'm just going to give you an example of how it works in our world. You're going to, on that K1, it's going to show how much cash flow you got. If you gave us $100,000, maybe it's $6,000 a year you got in distributions. No problem there. The next thing that's going to be on your K is whether or not there's taxable income or taxable loss. Now, here's the deal. Even if the asset, the investment is making money, the property is throwing off cash flow, which we distribute to you, we're going to be able to book an entry called depreciation expense that will likely more than offset that income and probably generate a fairly significant loss. Why is that? Because real estate costs an enormous amount of money. The IRS lets you write off the cost of that asset over a period of time. So every single year, we're recording in our book something called depreciation expense. It's literally just a journal entry. It has nothing to do with cash in or out. And what that does is it drives your taxable income typically below 0. So now the question is, hey, you got this K1. What are you going to do with it if it has this huge taxable loss? Well, now you got to check with your CPA, because there's probably 3 different ways that can be treated. The first is that you can take 0 in terms of taxable income from that asset because the IRS and your CPA determine that you're passive, right? You're not an active person in that real estate, so it's really a passive investment, and all you can do is not have income, right? And in that case, what you would do is carry it forward. The second thing you could do is determine that you are an active real estate investor. You got to check with your CPA on this. And if you are, then you can take that depreciation deduction and those losses and use it potentially to offset other income. Again, you got to check with your CPA on this because this is highly specific to you, your tax situation, and everything else you have going on in your income producing life. And then thirdly, I guess this is probably part of the first, but if you have those tax losses, the worst thing that can happen to you is you carry them forward. And then when the property does, maybe we sell it, maybe we generate gain. Guess what? You've got all these losses built up to offset some of that gain, and you pay a lot less tax. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to revisit the tax thing. Please, please, please do not let the tax tail wag the dog. It is a massive mistake to do that. I watch people do it all the time. Please don't do that. And make sure that your investment makes economic sense. All right, I hope this helps. If you like the content that we've shared here, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. So thank you again, and have a wonderful day.